New York. The Trump administration's strategy of forcing North Korea into abandoning its nuclear weapons through tightened sanctions is unlikely to succeed, a former U.S. negotiator said Friday, calling for a diplomatic solution instead. Robert Gallucci, chairman of the Johns Hopkins U.S. Korea Institute and a former ambassador-at-large for the State Department, spoke at the Japan Society here. Even sanctions that are enhanced by China's enthusiastic and active participation will probably not bring North Korea to its knees or stop its ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons programs, Gallucci said. He was the chief negotiator for the U.S. during the North Korean nuclear crisis of 1994. A military option, despite remaining on the table, is out of the solution space, given the impact a conflict would have on U.S. allies Japan and South Korea, he noted. There is no reason not to explore the use of negotiations as a method of resolving the disagreement, even the crisis, between the U.S. and the DPRK, Gallucci said, referring to the North by the initials of its full name, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The Iran deal, which the president has not shown any enthusiasm for, still looks a lot better than the alternatives to the Iran deal, Gallucci said. He further suggested that the test of an agreement's strength is not whether one could imagine a deal which is more to our liking, but whether it beats having no deal at all. Despite acknowledging the American concern that Pyongyang had cheated on past agreements, Gallucci suggested that the 1994 agreed framework he took part in negotiating is implicated in, or actually stopped plutonium production in North Korea for a decade. The new president, who had not much enthusiasm for the agreement, found in North Korea without any nuclear weapons in 2001, he said, referring to then-President George W. Bush. And I think that's because the agreement did some good, a non-trivial amount of good, he said. Over time, I think it's possible to get to a situation in which there are no nuclear weapons programs on the Korean peninsula, said Gallucci, suggesting it could come only after some evolution of the North Korean regime and a process of diplomatic normalization. He noted that, while Pyongyang's current human rights situation would be an obstacle to normalizing relations, the U.S. has good relations with a number of countries whose ideas on human rights don't comport with ours.